Today, I'm so excited to be here, and thank you, Mr. Pete, for welcoming me here. I don't know, and I think because my story comes from the upbringing and how I saw in my household as a woman, the mother and the grandmother. And then I found myself carrying all that in my older age. And I don't know whether some of you have felt like they are still stuck in how they saw their mother, their daddies maybe, or their grandma who brought them. And then you find yourself into this generation still doing the same thing. And that's how I started my journey of personal growth, because I realized that what I saw with my mom carrying all the burden, doing everything for everybody, doing everything for everybody in the community, I felt it was a burden to her. But I didn't have no choice because I thought that's how life is supposed to be. And here Rebecca grows and finds the same system. You go to school, you graduate, you get a job, you get married, you have kids, and you take care of all that. And you keep going. And for some reason, I found myself stuck. And I found myself sometimes crying. And I was like, what do I do about this? And I realized it's time to check on myself and see what I can do differently, because I was mentally drained. Though outside, like Cornelia said, I looked good because I love dressing up. And I found out like I need to see what's going on inside me, because this is internal. And one thing I found out is I am aware that there are things I'm carrying. Self-awareness, the behaviors, the patterns that I saw in my family, with my mom. And that is one thing I recognize. The second one, I was like, how do I do that? Yes, I'm aware, but how do I move from the awareness to growing out of the old behaviors? My mind. I found my mind, it is the mentor that I need to change. Like the Bible says, we grow by renewing our mind. And that is the second thing I did. I knew I had to work on my mind and try to delete all that, though I'm not going to suppress them, but take them as a lesson, because I have girls. I don't want them to be like my mom. And they would be if I kept to be like that. And the third thing I realized, not only the mindset, the awareness and the mindset cannot do everything. I have to be intentional, because I need action for the real transformation to happen from my mom in Rebecca to the real Rebecca that God had destined to be. Because there was the little girl who used to be peaceful, happy, with dreams and goals. And now here I am stuck. So I came up that I have not let any other woman go through the same thing. And that's the impact I'm making within the women in the community, and especially the believers. The believers, because sometimes you also get stuck in the word, in the religion's way, and forget about ourselves. And I realized I was even carrying a lot of people pleasing excessively. Because as much as we are givers, it's better to give. You are not commanded to overgive, because overgiving, you are draining your cup. So I had to stop and learn to be a people pleaser. And what are the three things I used to? Awareness, the patterns, the behaviors that I carried. And the second one, I had to change my mindset that not everything deserves or require me to show up without draining myself. And the last one, I had to be intentional of taking action to take care of myself before I take care of anybody else. So for today, I'll just leave you with two things: self-awareness, mindset, change your mindset, which everybody is talking about it, and then be intentional. Because without all those three, real transformation will never happen. It's just an idea of personal growth, just like a company. The company has to be aware of what's going on within the company to develop and attract either the investors or the client. The same way I take personal development as a company. I'm a company by myself. You are a company. So develop yourself within yourself to attract everything else that you need in life. And that's what I've been telling the women. I've been helping them, guiding them to be aware, change their mindset, and be intentional with everything that they do. That serves them before they serve others. And thank you so much for being here. I love you all.